If you are someone who feels tired of responsibilities and wonders why you should keep trying at all, then this video is for you. This is about why avoiding action does not bring peace. Welcome to the Mind Truth. Before we begin, write in the comments your own I am affirmation of the day 3 times and 3 things you feel genuinely grateful for right now, no matter how small. This simple act helps the mind settle and prepares it to receive what follows. Now let's begin. Chapter 3, Part 1. After hearing Krishna explain knowledge, detachment, and inner steadiness, Arjuna becomes confused again. This confusion is not emotional. It is intellectual. He asks a direct question. If knowledge brings clarity and peace, then why is action being urged at all? If wisdom is superior, why engage in difficult and risky action? Wouldn't remaining in understanding be better than entering struggle? This is the opening tension of Chapter 3. Arjuna is no longer trying to escape duty out of fear. He is trying to be consistent. To him, knowledge feels higher than action, and action feels like a step backward. Krishna answers this confusion precisely. Knowledge and action are not opposing paths. They solve different parts of the same problem. Knowledge corrects understanding. Action is how that understanding is lived. The mistake is assuming that clarity means withdrawal. Krishna corrects this immediately. Understanding does not remove responsibility. It removes confusion about how responsibility is carried. He states a fundamental fact. No one can remain without action, even for a moment. Life itself forces action. Thinking, choosing, reacting, maintaining the body, all of these are actions. Even deciding to do nothing produces consequences. So the choice is not between action and inaction. The choice is between action guided by clarity and action driven by confusion. Krishna then addresses a common misunderstanding. External withdrawal without inner clarity is not wisdom. If the body stops acting but the mind continues to desire, the person is only pretending to be detached. This creates inner conflict, not peace. True renunciation is internal, is freedom from selfish motive, not freedom from responsibility. This is why Krishna insists on action. Not because action is superior to knowledge, but because knowledge that does not shape behavior becomes unstable. Understanding that remains theoretical eventually collapses under pressure. Krishna defines the correct approach. Perform the action required by your role and situation without attachment to personal gain. When action is done as duty rather than transaction, it does not bind the mind. This is the core teaching of Karma Yoga. Now this teaching meets real life very directly. Often in life, we reach a stage where learning itself becomes comfortable. We read, reflect, analyze, and understand ourselves deeply. We can explain our patterns, our fears, our wounds. Slowly, without noticing, understanding becomes a place to hide. We say we are still processing. We say we are not ready yet. We wait for more clarity, more confidence, more certainty. But clarity rarely arrives without movement. This is exactly Arjuna's state here. He knows enough to hesitate, but not enough to act. Knowledge has reduced confusion, but it has not yet produced commitment. We see this everywhere. People who understand their dissatisfaction at work, but never change direction. People who analyze their relationships endlessly, but never change behavior. People who speak about purpose and growth, but avoid choosing anything concrete. Knowledge gives them language, but not momentum. The Gita draws a clear line here. Understanding that does not enter action quietly turns into stagnation. It does not feel like failure. It feels like being almost there. Krishna's correction is firm but practical. Knowledge is not meant to replace action. It is meant to guide it. When understanding becomes an excuse to delay responsibility, it stops being wisdom. This chapter asks a difficult question. Are we still learning because we need to, or because learning has become safer than acting? Chapter 3 begins by breaking this illusion. Life does not wait for perfect clarity. Responsibility does not pause until we feel ready. Understanding must move into action, or it slowly loses its power. In the next part, Krishna goes further and explains what actually binds action even after understanding ego, self-interest, and the quiet need to protect identity, and how these forces keep us trapped without us realizing it. If this video brought you clarity or value, consider liking it and sharing it with someone who might need it today. Please subscribe, and thank you for being here.